Hi love, it's Magda K here. Welcome to my channel, the place for you to get all the tips, inspiration and techniques to have the most fulfilling intimate life. Today we are getting personal. So a lot of people have been asking me, what is your dream man? What do you value in a man? So I decided to make a video to share with you the things that I pay attention the most. So these are in random order. They're all, I would say, equally important to me. So these are the things that I look for. For me, they're a must. So let's get to it. The first thing that I look at is a man's relationship to women in general. So you've probably heard the saying, daddy's issues. Well, there are also mommy's issues. So depending on a man's relationship with his mother, he can either develop a healthy, neutral, and respectful relationship with women or not. And if a man had in some way this relationship that wasn't healthy, so either there was too much distance or too much closeness, it really impacts how a man looks at women as an adult. So I want to make sure that, generally speaking, he's not angry at women, that he values them and respects them, that he is happy to provide and support women. Now, if this is a new concept for you, I actually have a video where I talk in more details about the son-mother wound and how men can recognize and heal it. So you can find the link somewhere here. Check this video out. It's really, really amazing. And yes, this is the first thing that I look at. Like, it's a must. A man must have a healthy relationship with women. The second thing that is very important, definitely makes my dream man, is that he is interested in, or at least open to, Tantra. So guys, this is my life. That's my work. I am a Tantrika. That's literally how I move every day through my life. So I need someone who will be respectful and open to these principles. So I don't need a man necessarily to be tantric. I don't need a man to be doing tantric practices and engaging in tantric rituals. Like, how far he wants to go, it's up to him. But I definitely need my man to be open to these ideas. That means being open to things such as sexual energy. Like, he needs to believe in energy. He needs to believe in chakras. He needs to understand what the whole idea of non-ejaculation and energy sublimation is. It would definitely be a great extra benefit if he was practicing non-ejaculation, or at least if he is familiar with the techniques and he works with those techniques, meaning he knows how to move his sexual energy through his body. That is something that massively impacts how much our heart is open and the quality of sex. So definitely a very important aspect. The third one is my dream man needs to be emotionally mature. That means that he is aware of his own emotions. He doesn't numb them. He doesn't shame them. He allows himself to feel. But it also means that he knows how to handle my emotions. So he's not scared when I get sad or when I cry. He knows how to be present with my emotions. Then the next one, definitely a dream man has good communication skills. So in over a decade of doing my work, I've seen so many couples getting to the edge of breaking up and getting a divorce simply because they never had good communication. And so all of these issues started piling up and building up, and they got to the point where they just didn't want to be together anymore. And really, communication can solve so many couples' issues. So for me, that's essential. By communication skills, I mean an ability to communicate how you feel, what you need, where your boundaries are. Like, if something is not working, I need to hear about this. And I also need him to be able to hear me when I want to express something. There's so many conversations that couples just don't have. Like, most couples don't actually talk enough about sex. For me, this is important that we can talk about all of these topics. Then the fifth quality of my dream man is being self-aware. So, before I really wanted to date a spiritual man, and I have. And I realized that I don't actually necessarily need it or maybe even want it. So what I've seen is that some people can go very deep into spiritual practice, but then it comes at the expense of other parts of their lives. And I actually would prefer having a balanced man who engages his energy onto his spiritual practice, but also his work and his health. So I want someone more balanced, but I do want a man who has the ability to reflect on his own behavior. So a man who is asking himself questions. Am I acting the way I want to act? What are my values? Am I in integrity the way I live my life? So someone who is committed and devoted to his own growth. So there are two things here. One is that I love personal development. I spend so much time watching things, working with my coaches, attending different workshops, reading books, checking things with my friends. Like, we coach each other. It's just something I am deeply passionate about. So I want my partner, of course, to be meeting this. But then the other thing is that unless we have this ability to self-reflect, then we can't actually form healthy relationships, because when you don't self-reflect, then everything is your partner's fault. I never did anything wrong. It's all you. And you end up arguing all the time. To move through this, to bring more harmony to the relationship, we need the ability to self-reflect. So absolutely, this is necessary for my dream man. Then the next one is, for me, it is very important that my partner is into health and fitness. So I am someone who loves working out. I am in the gym almost every day. It doesn't mean I'm perfect. I'm not always motivated. I can get lazy too. So first, I want a partner where we can support each other with these goals, instead of maybe it's Sunday morning and I want to go to the gym and then my partner is trying to pull me back in and says, no, let's just be lazy, it's Sunday. I want a partner who says, okay, let's go to the gym and then we can come back and watch Netflix. So I want us to support each other with these goals, which do require certain willpower, motivation, and commitment. It's not always so easy to eat healthy and do train. So I feel, if I was dating someone who's not into this, I feel like I would drop my good habits. So I want us, it's important for me that we are supporting each other with these goals. Now, the second thing is that, I do like training. I do like having an active lifestyle, and I want to be able to share that with my partner. So I love training together. I love going to the gym with my partner. I do snowboarding, I do motocross. So I have so much fun when we get to share these kind of activities together. And this is why it is on my dream men's list. The next one, loyal. For me, it's just almost black and white. No cheaters, bye-bye, no place for you in my life. I got to experience this, I got to see it. You guys know I've lived also in a polyamorous community, so I've seen all flavors of that, and I consciously arrived to the place that I want a man who is a one-woman man. I don't want to have to deal with anything that can threaten the safety of the relationship. So for me, if a man considers himself polyamorous, you're just not for me. Enjoy your lifestyle, have nothing against it, but you're not for me. And secondly is, I want men to choose exclusive monogamous relationship consciously, because a lot of men say that they want monogamy, but then they really struggle with this. So I want someone, for me, my partner is someone who wants that, and it's not a challenge, it's not a struggle. I don't ever want to be in a relationship with a man who struggles to be loyal, because I feel that. So there's, I've seen some beautiful men. They're also relationship coaches, and they love monogamy. They're so in love with their woman. And I know men who love polyamory, and they, for example, also don't want to be in a committed relationship. So there's all of this spectrum, and I know where I stand after all of my experiences. So that is super important. And definitely no cheating. This is the one thing when it comes to my values that I just have. There's no excuses why you just don't cheat. If you feel like you want to cheat, then just end the relationship. So definitely on my list. And then the next one is, for me, it's a man who has his goals. So he knows what he wants to do in life. He has a mission, but also he has already successes on his path. So we're talking about someone who's actually doing what he wants to be doing versus thinking of starting doing what he wants. So a doer, not a talker, but someone who knows what he wants from his life and he loves it. He's really passionate about it. This is that sense of direction, very, very important for me. The next one, I'd say it's maybe expected, a man who is kind, loving, respectful, and affectionate. Then the next point is open sexually. So for me, this is very important. I always say that the difference between an intimate relationship and any other relationship is the sexual intimacy. So it is very, very important for a relationship to work that sex really works. And I also know myself, I know my needs. I love to experiment. I'm very open myself. I like novelty. I like bringing new ideas, being creative. And so I need a man who can meet me at this level. I need a man with good sex drive, with a good libido, and someone who actually considers sex as an important part of his life. So not just something like, well, yeah, we do it because I need to distress my body and just automatic. I need a man who looks at sex more from this tantric perspective and really wants to explore his sexuality together. So that's always been a really big part for me. Okay, and the last one is sense of humor. So I like to think I have a good sense of humor, but I laugh a lot, I smile a lot, and I want to have a good time together. So for example, I love banter. I've dated some British guy. I just had so much fun together. But I want a partner, right? When I think of my relationships, it's like, this is meant to be a partnership. I like when our lives blend together and we spend a lot of time together. So for me, that aspect is so important, to be able to be in a car, go on a road trip, and just have a great time together. Like being good friends, literally just being good friends, laughing, super, super important. So these are my points, kind of like my list. Like I said, it's a random order and I could probably add a few more things, but I think these are like the core and you know, definitely that makes my dream man. Now, something I want to say is that to be this kind of a man, you're not just born being that. It's someone you become. A lot of these qualities, you have to actually learn techniques. You have to practice. You have to do some healing work on yourself, on your own shadow, on your patterns. So it requires certain work. And, you know, I'll say this. I've dated men who are far from that. And I also know how that dream man feels like and looks like. And as a woman, massive difference. Massive difference. So if you want to be someone's dream man, I would say work on it. Invest in yourself. Invest in the intimacy skills. Because yes, you can develop this as a skill as well. This is why I created the School of Intimacy. It's an online academy to teach you everything you need to become someone's dream man. We're talking about a specific course about communication, what I listed here today. That's so important. We're talking about courses teaching you about your sexuality so you can explore more and feel more, but also her sexuality so that you know what she needs from you to feel maximum pleasure. You have over 50 hours of content. We're touching on all of the aspects of good love and intimate life. And so if you want to be a dream man, if you want a woman to list you and your qualities as someone that she is dying to date, then enroll in the School of Intimacy. And look, you don't have to decide today. You can try the School of Intimacy for a whole week for free. See what you can find there. See how you're loving it. And you get to choose if you want to stay and for how long. But as a woman, I really want to underline, it makes a difference. A man who's done the work, a man who's invested in his skills for relationship and sex, it's a whole different game. My love, I hope that you enjoyed this video learning about my dream man. If you liked it, please give it a like. Feel free to comment and let me know what you think. And if you would like more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Click the little bell icon to get notified when a new video comes out. And don't forget to connect with me on Instagram as well. Thank you so much for being here. Remember to check out the School of Intimacy, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!